the 19th, I just remember going out. We were walking along the hill line, or the going out toward. I believe they call it the Peanut. We were walking towards there, and I was in the last squad, and of course, I carried the M60. So M60 usually walked like in the middle of the squad.
Yep.
So one reason I like the M60, I never had to walk point. What I remember about that day is we were walking, and I don't know, we must have got, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile or a mile. I don't know how far along then it was, and all of a sudden, all hell broke loose.
Mm-hmm.
And the first squad, the point squad, was pinned down. And I don't know, it seemed like an hour, but I know it was only about 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. Right. The firefight went on, and I wasn't even involved in the firefight because I was way back there in line. We all hit the ground when it started. Actually, my squad was told to hold in place, and the rest of the company was coming back through us and going back to the fire base. So we held in place, and the rest of the company started coming through, and a guy, his name was Johnson, Darrell Johnson. He had said something about hearing somebody hollering for help. So him and another guy went down this hill to see if they could help this guy. Well, the other guy came back, but Darrell Johnson never did. I remember us, I remember the guys coming back through the line.
Yep.
And one of the last guys, we asked him, how many more are out there? And he said, this is it. And then about, it must have been, couldn't have been more than half a minute later, a guy comes stumbling through, and we almost shoot him. Yeah. And I don't know his name, but he comes stumbling back through and told us about. We asked him, well, is there any more? And he says, no, they're all dead. Mm-hmm. And he said he told us that they came up. We called them gooks. The gooks came up and searched all the bodies, and said they took his wallet and his watch off of him and left him there for dead. And he looked pretty bad. I mean, he looked like he should have been dead. Because I don't know how many times he was shot, but it was a lot. And he was shot in the face, and he had a hole through, I think it's through his mouth. And he said, no, they're all dead. So after he came back, we helped him back through, and at that time we only had one dead, because they brought the one dead back through first. And we pulled back, and I remember we got back to our base camp, or Fire Base 25, and I remember the jets coming over us and dropping stuff on top of the peanut. And I remember them coming over, and they'd come over, they'd fly over going back, and they'd fly over like at, seemed like treetop level, and they would kind of dip their wings at us like they're waving at us, going over the fire base. And I know they bombed the hell out of that for the rest of the day.